Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It is Jen with Home Yunez Plans, and I am back with another memory spread. For this week, I will be planning out the week of September 14th through September 19th using this beautiful kit called Enjoy the Little Things from Craftsbythaowie. It is in rose gold foil, and everything about it is just stunning. So without any further ado, I'm gonna lay down the base of the spread and then get to the day today. Okay, so for this week, I've seen a lot of planner girls do the assumptions about where you live tag, and I wanted to take in on some of that because I was like, that's so much fun, and I wanted to see what you guys' assumptions were about Texas. So I asked over on Instagram what y'all's assumptions were, and I got so many really good ones. I forgot to write down the names beside them because I record my voiceovers on my phone, so I'm sorry. But if it sounds like something that you suggested in my Instagram, thank you so much for suggesting things, and I had a lot of fun reading these. So there's a bunch. I'm gonna try to get through as many as I possibly can. Of course, since I'm doing this, I will not be talking about the stickers, so if you have any questions, leave it in the comments below and I will be happy to answer. Okay, so the first assumption is we only listen to country music. No, I do enjoy country music on certain occasions. It has to be the right kind of country music. I'm not just gonna sit there and say, oh my gosh, I love country music. Like, there's a couple of songs that I enjoy, but my husband is in a metal rock band. The music that I've recorded has all been anything but country. The music I listen to is generally anything but country. So no, we all don't only listen to country music. I do know people who strictly only listen to country music. My boss, actually, his favorite artist is Willie Nelson, and that's like all he listens to, that or Johnny Cash. So some people, yes, others, no. Okay, the next one is everyone wears camo. I actually surprisingly don't see a lot of camo unless it's like hunting or fishing season or whatever. So yes and no again, because like the people who are heavy into hunting, heavy into fishing wear a lot of camo all of the time, but throughout the majority of the year, I don't see a lot of camo. So I'm gonna say no on that one. Okay, the next one is we all think Texas is the best state. You definitely, yeah, that's true for sure. When you meet a true Texan, there's no arguing, there's no question. Everyone's like, oh, Texas is the best. So, Yeah. We're some Texas pride people for sure. Okay, this next one is we're obsessed with Chuck Norris. I read this one to my husband and he was like, well, that's just everybody. But I definitely hear a lot more Chuck Norris jokes here in Texas than I have whenever I go and visit other states. So I'm going to say, yeah, we're obsessed. You know, he's the Walker, Texas Ranger. Come on. His beard is like a shield for the world. So, okay, so the next one is everyone owns a horse. No. I have never in my life owned a horse. I do have a funny story though. So growing up, my childhood best friend, she lived on property where there were a bunch of horses, and two of the mama horses had babies, and we used to play around with the babies all the time. And we opened the doors in the summertime because it gets really hot here. And one of the little baby horses was on the porch. And we literally called the horse into her front room, and we were making like this like god awful noise. So her mom came in and was like, you guys need to stop. Oh my God. Because there's a freaking horse in their living room. So that's about as close as I've ever gotten to owning a horse, because I was just over there all the time. So yeah, I considered it like one of my pets. But no, not everyone owns a horse. I live in an apartment. There's absolutely no way I could own a horse. That's just ridiculous. So, okay, next one. Everyone wears a cowboy hat. Everyone always thinks this. Like, I get asked that so many times. It's like, oh, you wear a cowboy hat, don't you? And I'm like, I have never owned a cowboy hat in my life. The only people I've ever seen wear cowboy hats is people who ride in rodeos, or Texas performers. And that's like just for a look or whatever. I haven't seen just people walking the streets in cowboy hats, again, unless it's like for something. So no, we don't always wear cowboy hats. Okay, so the next one is football was the most important sport in high school. Yes, that is absolutely 100% true. Actually, when I was in high school, my high school boyfriend played football. Whenever he was like a freshman, he was in JV, and then whenever he was a senior, he was, on varsity. And I went to every single football game, or as many football games as I could. I was homeschooled, so that was like the highlight of my weeks, was going to a football game. So yes, football was insanely important to everybody growing up over here. Okay, the next one is you own cowboy boots. Yes, I do own cowboy boots, but that's just because they're super cute with outfits. And they're not like actual work boots. So I have a really, really, really good friend. She works on her grandparents' ranch every summer, and she is someone who's like, she's got a pair of work cowboy boots, she's got a pair of dress cowboy boots, she's got a pair of casual cowboy boots. So there are, again, some people who like live that cowboy boot life, and then others like me who I have like one pair of cowboy boots, and they're not even real cowboy boots. They're just like dressy, cutesy cowboy boots. So next one, you go to rodeos. I haven't been to a rodeo in a long time. There are some people. So like when Corona hit, and they canceled the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, that devastated so many. Like Houston was up in arms because the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo was canceled because of COVID. And honestly, it didn't really matter much to me. I like to go to the rodeos to listen to whoever's playing that night, like whatever musical artist is going to be there. But even then, like if I'm not interested in the musical guest, I'm just like, meh, whatever. So again, that's 50-50. Some people are obsessed and are really heartbroken when the rodeo doesn't happen. And then there's, others who are just like, meh, it's okay, whatever. So that's it. Okay, so this next one, everyone owns a gun, or every household owns a gun. No, I do know people who are very like, I have 15 guns, I have 27 guns. And then I know people who are like, I've never owned a gun in my life, blah, blah, blah. So it's very, I think, evenly split. Like, no, not every household owns a gun, and not everybody owns a gun, and not everyone is going out toting a gun on their hip outward is like, I'll shoot you. No, that's a big, actually, that was one I got a lot, was everyone owns a gun. It's like, no, not everyone owns a gun. I do know people who own guns, but not everyone does. So, okay, so the next one is we are loud. Yes, we are a very loud people, especially if you go into like the bar scene or whatever. Because we're already like, oh my gosh, we're all friends. And then you add alcohol into the mix and it's like, hey, come on over here. And I wish I was exaggerating, but no, it's really like that. So yeah, we're very loud people. Okay, and the next one is we think Texas should be its own country. I don't think so. I've heard some people, and that's like, they get like aggravated and they're just like, oh, we should just secede from the nation. I'm like, no, not everyone thinks that. I like being a part of the US of A. And I just, yeah, no, not everyone thinks that. The next one is everything's bigger. Yes. Bigger trucks, bigger people. Bigger food, and that's probably why we have bigger people. I wasn't lying when I said whenever, I'm not that into burgers unless it's thick, because Texas only offers thick burgers. It's a thing. So yeah, I'd say everything's bigger. Okay, the next one is we're prideful. In terms of like arrogance, I don't know, because I've met so many humble, sweet, kind people here. If you're talking about Texas pride, oh yeah, we're very prideful people. We're very prideful about our state. But in terms of like just arrogance and pride, nah. I've met so many sweet people here, like so many people who are just like willing to lend a hand and, admit when they're wrong and whatnot. Like it's pretty cool. I like it. So no, I'm gonna say no, because at least none that I've met have been super prideful. Okay, the next one, we're obsessed with the shape of our state. Yes, that is so true. I've never been to another state that is so obsessed with the way their state is shaped. Like I haven't been to Idaho and seen people walking around with like the outline of Idaho on their shirt. We have Texas flag dish towels. We have Texas shaped waffle irons. Even I registered for a Texas shaped cutting board for my wedding. So yeah, we're pretty obsessed with the way our state is shaped. And I don't know where it came from or how it started, but I can't say that I'm mad about it. So I don't know, leave it in the comments below. Do you know of any other state that's like ultra obsessed with the shape of it, and you walk into like a convenience store and you see that shape everywhere? Leave it in the comments below, because every state that I visited outside of Texas, it's like foreign. Okay, the next one is we eat lots of barbecue. It depends on the barbecue. Like it has to be kind of like a hole in the wall ma and pa style barbecue place. Actually, there is a barbecue place right down the road from me that was on Guy Fieri's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and it's called, I'm not even kidding, it's called Church of the Holy Barbecue, because it's in an old church, and oh my gosh, they have the best baked beans, they have the best ribs, they're owned by the sweetest people on the planet, and it's just like this husband and wife, and actually it was really sad because the husband passed away very recently, and we were like, oh no. But yeah, that is probably some of the best barbecue. And if I only could eat barbecue, it would have to be that barbecue. So you ask any Texan, they're going to tell you they have a favorite barbecue place. Okay, and the last one is everyone knows how to hunt and fish. I know how to fish, and I actually really like fishing. It's very soothing, and there's like a little bit of an adrenaline rush whenever you like reel in the fish, like, oh my gosh, I got it, woo! I've never gone hunting before, and I don't think I could. I don't have the heart for that. But going back to like the people who wear camo, like that's like a religion. It's like a season in life for them. So it's like they grow up with it, and it's just like a rite of passage. And then there's people like me who's like, I could take it or leave it. Like, I know how to fish. I don't think I'll ever go hunting. It's just I don't have it in me. So yeah, not everyone knows how to do that type of a thing. So I'm gonna say 50-50 on that too. Like, there's that group of people who are like, they're raised with it from the time that they come out of the womb. They're, you know, they get little camo onesies, and then their parents take them hunting whenever they're 5 and whatnot. And then you have like people like me who I'm like, I'm good. Like, take me fishing and I love it. Like, I love sitting in a boat and, you know, chilling out, and occasionally you get a nibble and you reel it in. It's like great because you get to see what you caught and everything. But I do catch and release a lot. So like, I'll, you know, cast out. If I catch something, I'll reel it in, show it off, and then I throw it back. So that's my version of fishing. I think I've only ever eaten what I caught like once. And that's just because I didn't catch anything that was of size value. It didn't have enough meat on it. So yeah, you know. All right, and that is it. That was my very last assumption. I want to thank everyone who submitted assumptions about my state. It kind of made me take a step back and think and like, I wonder if that's true, and kind of look at it. But I want to thank everybody. Here are the leftovers from my kit. There is a Viv Wiggle. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jen. I do planner things. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!